So I've been asked to bring together a series of exercises that will help vision associated with sports, and especially now with the limitations we have at home, being at home with COVID-19. What can we do to stimulate the visual system and perhaps also link that with the vestibular system, so the balance and vision. In actual fact, when we look at the amount of information taken in by the brain, over 70% of that comes from the visual sensory perception, so from the eyes, but inherently that's linked also with the vestibular, the inner ear, and the neural transmission from the inner ear. So we'll look at a few exercises here that will be pretty basic, and we will build up a combination of optometric and also vestibular exercises. They'll use very complex pieces of equipment such as two pens, some sticky note paper, and also, if we're really lucky, we might actually include my little friend here. I'm not sure if you have a balance ball at home, but this is my preferred locomotion when it comes to ocular movement. So let's start. So the very first of these exercises involve just a pen, and in this case try and get a pen that actually has a logo or something really noticeable here. And all we're going to do is actually follow this with your eyes. So keep your head nice and steady and just circle the pen forward and back in a spiral, increasing spiral. So we actually, over 6 rotations, go from a small spiral to a full elongation and extending the vision to its maximum during that process. Okay, come back to stable. We do this then on a horizontal, so we just do this where we're keeping our head nice and steady and we're just watching that pen. We can increase that spiral to get the full extension of the eye movements. Once again, we can do this in a diagonal motion as well, making sure that we're tracking the pen and any object that you're looking at on the pen stays singular during the whole of the process. Should you find that the target that you're looking for becomes double, then decrease the amplitude, the movement, and notify myself. The second important thing here is actually to have a second pen. To complicate things even more, we have a pen. In this case, we have a hotel M here, so millimeter. Just look at the M. Holding this central with the other pen, we're looking again on the red pen here, rotating, but being aware that actually that central target, that central pen, stays in focus and is stable. Again, this can be done on a horizontal basis. Again, you're tracking the moving object all the time, but we're getting the perception of 3 dimensions because of the pen here. And what I would suggest is to do this test, and to do this for around about 5 minutes. Then once you've done that, I want you to stand on one leg and repeat the process. Seems a little bit strange, but you may find that actually your balance is affected, starting with the small spirals and extending. Again, but we're increasing the visual challenge by speeding it up, but also associating it with the vestibular, the balance system. We run through that in the 6 different directions that we have, stimulating the 6 ocular motor balance mechanisms and the 3 inner circular motions in the ear that are associated with that middle ear balance type of process of acquiring information. So it's linking visual and balance vestibular. Okay, so that's a very simple exercise. So that's the first of the exercises for us.